Hey guys, welcome back to another pauper video. We are here playing basically the deck I always play. I want to do some testing for an event I'm going to, so why not try it? Welcome back guys, we are playing some Spy Elves, but with a little bit of a difference. I do want to test quite a few things out. The list that I played last, I think it was a few weeks ago now, I was really impressed with, really happy with. There's just some slight tweaks that I would like to make. So essentially, those that haven't seen this deck, please check out the other videos. They are pretty great, if I do say so myself. We are playing Spy Elves, where effectively we run 5 lands. We run the Land Grant, the Sagu Wildling, and the Generous Ent sort of fetches, but we're also playing some Sylvan Rangers as well, which is like our Gatecreeper Vine to also get the lands out. And then from there, we play a normalish Elves plan. We have Priest of Titania, Wind and Whale, Lead the Stampede to get some Elves. And then we have Balustrade, Spy, Dread Return, Lot Left Giant. So, the big changes I've made, I say big, they're massive, these changes. Essentially what I've done is I've cut in Nyxborn Hydra, so we were on 3. I really do like that card, but I really do need to find space. And then I've cut 1 elf, one mana elf, I should say. So we were on 9, right? 3, 6, 7, 8. But we're now on 8. And that is literally for a second Dread Return and a second Lot Left Giant. I felt like I couldn't cut the Mass Vandals because they're really good in the main as finding a way to combo off. So I felt like I couldn't cut them. So I wanted to try this out. There is a couple of changes I do want to make as well, but I want to try them in iterations so I can get a feel for how they change. So this is like the wall spy thing, right? To run 2 of each. It's just redundancy if you draw 1. My logic was you draw 1 less if you have 1 in your deck. Was the original idea, and it's not like you really need to. You can slow the game down, you can cast the card you've drew, but that is matchup dependent and not always the case. So we will try 2 out and see what we get. There is other things I want to try. I want to try putting in Lotus Petal in the deck. Maybe try cutting a land and maybe something else and add 2 Lotus Petals. There's also, I want to try 2 Jasper Sentinels as well, so they could be instead of the Findorn Elves. They could be instead of, maybe try 3. I'll go to 3 Findorn Elves, 2 Jasper Sentinels instead of the Elves of the Deep Shadow. Those are sort of the things I do want to try, but then there is another change I have made. And that is the one that I'm really always unsure about anyways. So I've changed the sideboard, I've changed 4 cards in the sideboard. And I've tried Healer Glade, I've tried Nylea's Disciple. And now I'm going to try Pulsar Marasser. Seems to be working for the mono green Elves decks. It does come in as like a pseudo graveyard hit as well. Against things like Dredge. It's not really great against the mirror, like Spy Walls, because A, they probably have enough mana to cast it anyways, but also B, they have 2, right? So they can get to the point where they sack 3, target it, and sack 3, target it, so you can need double. But we'll see how we get on. Again, guys, thank you for all the support. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. We are on our way to 3k subscribers, so it's the greatest way you could possibly support me. And I will see you guys for round number 1. Let's go. So we have a land, we have a land grant, we have an elf, we have 1 of the Dread Returns, but it's okay, we have another one. But we have, more importantly, we have Forest Mystic into Priest of Titania. There's an interesting argument here to keep this in our hand, but it all depends on what we draw, right? And also depends on what we're against. Because the information could be key, but also the information of surprise, spy, is also another thing. So it all depends on what we draw, and it all depends on how we want to go about these things. So, we're going to play Elvish Mystic here. We're not going to Land Grant here. Generous Enter. So there's 2 things we can do here. Are we cautious of Force Spike? And then if not, we just jam. So we're going to keep this Elvish Mystic, this Land Grant in hand for that exact reason. They are Brainstorm. So we need to decide if they are High Tide or Terror. There could be obviously other things as well. There are other things that they could do or whatever. But so 2 elves. This is free. It's Wind Away for creature. We hit the swamp. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's surprisingly bad for us. Let's pass the turn. That's bad for us because now we're very reliant on this Deep Shadow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana here. 1 black though. But we have 5 lands and 1 of them's in the bin, so we have 4 lands. 3 lands if you include the fact that we can land grant a land away. Balustrades. So let's do this. And the reason is we don't really care, right? We've hit the land, then we're going to pass the turn. Because we don't have another black, we don't have another Quirion Ranger. We've hit a spy. I'm assuming they're High Tide, right? Because they've done nothing. I'm not going to attack with this in case they're just some weird blue-black fairies or something with a weird draw. But I don't think attacking with the priest is going to make that much of a difference. Let's F6. Let's see what they do. I'm going to go land High Tide. So, because we don't have, well, we didn't have another black source, we couldn't have gone for this. Because obviously with the one black source here, we haven't got a Quirion Ranger or anything. But we did draw this, and it sort of means that... So I guess the other thing we could have done is we did assume they were High Tide. We do have Muddles though. It's an awkward one. I was thinking we could basically pull a land from the deck and then Spy and then Pray. Like there's 9 creatures in the bin now. They have double High Tided though, right? Third High Tide. There's been one idea is double Pier. Third Pier. So they've only got 1 puppetry. Super interesting. They've got ideas unbound. Okay. But each land's tapping for 4, right? To do that, play ideas unbound 1 puppetry. 1 puppetry might make them fizzle, but probably not. They can now get another puppetry. Or their 4th Pier. No, they got another puppetry. They can hidden strings as well. 1 top, 1 bottom. 1 top, 1 bottom. 8 cards in hand here. Another ideas unbound. This is probably game over. With a 3rd puppetry was that? So 3 puppetries. Hidden strings. Brainstorm, huh? Most likely dead here. 10 cards in hand, 1's a hidden strings, and 3 puppetries. So we know 4 of the 10 cards. Stream of Thought, no replicate. Not low enough, I don't think, to... I just don't know if this is... Then Reach. Like, do we bring in Macabre here? I would definitely bring in Mezfiend, right? I think that makes the most sense. We bring in Mezfiend, and then we bring Macabre in, maybe. Like, do I just concede here? We're probably dead. Lorien. What happens, they go stream, mill some stuff in, and then I hit another stream. Does that matter? It just means they have to use the 1 stream to sort of kill us. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, High Tide, cast High Tide, yeah. I think we're pretty much dead here, right? There's no point making them all go for it. Right, so we definitely want Mezfiend, but I don't know. We're gonna cut a land. We're gonna cut the Mass Vandals. That's 3. Then do we cut a Nyxborn? Nyxborn, I think, is generally slower. Do I hedge and bring in a Fairy Macabre? I mean, I guess so. Is that... No, that's probably not better than a Nyxborn, right? I don't think I want Fairy Macabre. But we just want Mezfiend to try and grab a turn, right? Like, we were a turn too slow there. So here we have 1 land, Deep Shadow Priest. We also have Spy and Sagu as well for another black. A bit awkward with this start, right? Because we have Deep Shadow plus Sagu, so it makes Sagu really awkward to get the black. Because I can't go Sagu, get black, and then play Priest. I have to go, what? Sagu, get Forest, then play Priest. Sagu, get Forest, Priest. We cut a land, so we only have 4 lands, so we've got 2 lands left in our deck. Did they miss on... Oh, no, they haven't missed on lands. This is turn 2. Play a land. They double topped. Need a land search. Quirion. Play Elf. Play Elf. Timberwatch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10. We need a way to get 2 lands out of our deck, basically. And 1's a swamp, so it's not the easiest to do. But I also think we need to try and combo off next turn. 5, 10. Let's just F6 here. 5, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. We need a Quirion here. A land grant. So we do this. There's a swamp in our deck. So do this, go for a forest, play Balustrade Spy. So I don't need to tap 2, I just need to reveal my hand. What we can do is we go cast by revealing, play this, play Spy, target us. Yeah, play Spy, target us. We have to hit a Spy or enough creatures to kill them and a Lotleth, which we did. We hit a Lotleth and a Spy, but there aren't enough things to die, right? Untap this. So, I should do this and hope that they don't have a Fairy Macabre. I guess actually we target the giant there. That's pretty good, right? The fact that this is a point to double giant here and double Dread Return. If they have Fairy Macabre there, we could... I guess there's 2 things we could do, right? We could Dread Return, target a Mezfiend there. Or wait, there's 2 spies as well, so it actually doesn't matter. There's 2 spies, so we go Dread Return, target the Lotleth. If they then Fairy Macabre the Lotleth, they target the Lotleth and a Balustrade Spy. We then Dread Return the other... Because they can't target the Dread Return, right? Because of still in the stack. So then we then sacrifice the Balustrade Spy and 2 other creatures. Exile this. Hit a Balustrade Spy. There's no lands in our deck. We mill our deck. And then we have another Dread Return and another Lotleth Giant. So then we sacrifice... 1, 2, 3. Then we sacrifice the other 3 creatures to then Dread Return. So they would have to then have 2 Macabres if they are running Fairy Macabre. That's pretty sweet for me. Like, I think that's a really good pull there towards Jesus Christ, why are words hard? Double giant there. So we're on the draw here with a Mezfiend, double Mezfiend, but no black sauce. But I don't think we can ship this. We have plenty of ways to draw a black sauce, and we don't need it now. We need it in like 2 turns time here. Ogre, sure. This is quite annoying because they can actually potentially try and go off. I think I just play priest, and I hope they don't combo off, right? It can potentially, depending on how many high tides they have, try and combo on turn 3. They snap the priest. That's pretty brutal, actually. That's so bad for us. Yeah, that's really bad. Because now we can't Mezfiend here on their turn 3. Because then they're going to combo on turn 4. Snap, be brutal. There's natural black sauce. That also works. That was an incredible draw. Absolutely, let's go. So they have High Tide, Ideas Unbound, Puppetry, Lorien. I don't think we take High Tide. I think we just take Ideas Unbound, right? They've got no draw then. A Lorien for a land. Oh, they only have 2 lands though as well. Going into their turn 4. So we could take High Tide. But they go High Tide, land, so then they're not comboing. So then do I just take double High Tide? I mean, I'm fine with that, right? Really interesting what to do. Can I take double High Tide here is the question. So take High Tide, they can't. If they draw a land of the combo, I think I just take Ideas Unbound. But the draw, and the Lorien reveal for a land, sure. They play a preordain, which they drew for turn. Okay. And they double bottom. Play the land, Winding Way. So I probably got 1, 2, so probably go Sylvan Ranger for a forest and then Mezfiend again. I don't even think I need to Mezfiend, but Sylvan Ranger, get a forest. There's 1 land. So do I Mezfiend here or do I Priest? So I go Priest here if I don't think they can combo next turn. They have High Tide, Puppetry, 1 unknown. Unless that they double bottomed as well. Which was Preordain was the card they drew for turn. I'm going to play Priest, and this might be incorrect. Because it gives me the most mana next turn is the reason why I'm doing it. And then if they don't combo off, I then Mezfiend the following. Brainstorm. Brainstorm is absolutely horrendous of a draw. Because if they find a snap, they can snap and then combo off. And they can also find their land. They have Puppetry, High Tide, 4 unknowns. This Ideas Unbound that I've got is under the Mezfiend, but I'm just sort of reminding myself that it's there. They found a land. So they have High Tide, Puppetry, and do they have a High Tide? There's the other High Tide. 4 mana. Are they going to snap? Don't tell me they found another snap. They've already used 1. They've just found an Ideas Unbound with 2 Puppetries, which we already knew about. They've drew through the Brainstorm. If they find a snap at any point, they've basically unlocked another Ideas Unbound. Double Puppetry. Another Ideas Unbound. Jesus. Maybe I should have just took the High Tide, right? I guess the thing is that Ideas Unbound sort of draws them out of it. That's interesting. I would like to know if anyone is like consider themselves a High Tide aficionado, like what the take is here. So they have 2 Puppetries and then 5 unknowns, 3 mana floating. 1 top, 1 bottom. So it's either a redraw or a... But they've cast... Yeah, they've got the snap. I think we're dead, right? I think we're dead. Then I've got triple Puppetry, is that? Preordain. They could fizzle, right? Like, that is a possibility. It's very unlikely. So, what? 6 unknowns? Is that? 2 High Tides. This is a Hidden Strings. Reach Through, Mist. Yeah. 1 tap 3 lands. This is another one. Another Arcane Spell. They're only halfway through the deck. There is a chance they fizzle. It's not likely, though. They were scarpered on lands. There is a chance that they get flooded and fizzle. Like, it does happen. Deep Analysis. Like, we're taking Deep Analysis, sure. That's a good sign for us, I guess. Must have another untapper here. Unless they've got they're going to use the Puppetries themselves. Which they might need. Not like that's what might then. That's all they might need. Mill themselves for 1. Again, this is the situation where I was thinking, do I need a Fairy Macabre, right? They shuffle stuff back in, and the next Streamer Thought might not need to do anything. And it's not like I can go Fairy Macabre, the Streamer Thought, Fairy Macabre, Deep Analysis sort of thing. Like that won't come up very often. So then I get another turn, but I can't kill them in my turn with that. But I think we are likely dead. And they hit an Ideas Unbound. Drawing so much through their deck. So they have Ideas Unbound, Deep Analysis, 3 Puppetries, 3 unknowns. Ideas Unbound, sure. High Tide, that's 3 High Tides. Every island's tapping for 4. Reach Through Mists, 23. 9 cards in hand. 3 Puppetries and a Deep Analysis, and 5 unknowns, 27 mana, with an extra 16, got 43, so they're not far off killing us with a Streamer Thought. If they have a Streamer Thought, we are dead. Because they just go Puppetry, Splice, Puppetry, Splice. Do you know what I mean? It's like that sort of thing, and then they can cast the Deep Analysis. Like, they're not far off if they have the other Streamer Thought. They don't need a cycle or whatever. They're literally just... I imagine that's not necessary. Unless they don't have it. The Deep Analysis is now in the graveyard. Merchant Scroll. Getting High Tide. Every land's tapping for 5. Getting a puppetry. So they have 4 puppetries now. 16 cards in deck. 45 mana. They must have this dream right, surely. They can draw an additional 2 cards with the deep analysis if they need to. I think we are pretty dead here, right? Bring all 4. Get a Lorien. Yeah, they're definitely gonna get it here, right? The Lorien for 3 cards. Got 12. They don't need. Oh god. They only need 44 mana to mill us, right? See you guys for the next one. Rune number 2. We are starting with, this is like quite a lot of hands now, right? Where we've had Thing in our hand, which is kind of the reason why another island, a Delver. So we're against Terror this time. So we are going to play this land grant out. So we're going to play land, Mystic, land grant, get forest. And the reason for that is basically, long story short of it, forest. But they know what to counter to, which is pretty annoying. So we can either play a land, play Sagu, play around Spell Pierce, and then play Wind and Wear. The Wind and Wear can get countered into that. We have a Nick Spawn as well, which can sort of counter this Delver, if we can make it a 3/4, that is. As a thing, they hit the sleep. It sort of screws things up if they literally just sleep this, which they could do. Sleep? Yeah. Do they have another land? No. So what do? We're gonna go Rooseek, get the Swamp. 2 lands left in our deck. Lay a Findhorn Elves, and then pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they can't tap this down again, so they're probably gonna Thoughtscour themselves, mill 2 islands. Okay, hit for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes that so we drew a land. So we play the Swamp here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could go lead the Stampede here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a big Nick Spawn. And that stops the Delver. It's also quite hard for them to interact with 1 land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can start casting both of these. Lorien, they've got an island. Okay. 6 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3. They can't attack. Sagu. Huh? So let's Sagu here for the last land, shuffle it back in. They could Spell Pierce this if they wanted to. Nope. I guess at this point, we probably just play Wind and Wear, right? Wind and Wear for creature. We don't know this card. They're going to Spell Pierce. Oh, that's got ourselves. Okay. We mill Mystic End. Sure. That's a weird thing to do there, but fair enough. 1, 2, 3. How much do I care attacking for 4? Probably not. We just pass the turn. This doesn't quite, so element 4, doesn't quite stop a Terror. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was definitely incorrect for them to, they're going to sleep with the dead this to attack for 3. They are not. Land grant. Literally our worst draw in our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do that. Or do I lead? Lead. I guess 3. Yeah, if I cast lead the Stampede. No, because I've got 1 mana open after that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can just go land Lotleth. Which if they counter it, great. Like it's literally not a good card to have. And then I can pass the turn here. I don't need to do anything with the Hydra. Thoughtscour themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So they can play. They could go land, Terror, Sleep with the Dead something. Oh, they play Sleep with the Dead from hand. Wow, that's pretty good. So we can go lead the Stampede here. Masked Vandal is pretty bad. It's not fantastic. 1, 2, 3. So if I go lead here, I go lead. If they counterspell this, which they could be inclined to do, obviously it's pretty good. We then get a Balustrades by them. So I go Dread Return on the bottom. We drew 4 cards there. And pass it. We don't need to attack for 6 with our Giant. The Giant will block there. And then if they don't, the Findhorn will block. They could run a Deem as well. They could go Deem plus, I guess we need a Brainstorm. Brainstorm, Deem plus Sleep. Lets them both win, but it's not for a lethal attack, so it doesn't really matter. I guess Deem doesn't do anything, right? Because we still have an army of elves. I would just want to keep this and this around, so they might deem it. Both of them are pretty good. But we just need more mana, right? It's kind of all we need. 2, 3, 4. 4 elves. Sleep the Giant, or you sleep in the Nick Spawn. We have Sagus, right? So you probably want to sleep the Giant, yeah. We take 8. I kind of think so, right? I don't mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have a counterspell open. Timber Watch. What's this? 4, 5. Let's cast a Sagu. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Play another Sagu. Don't hate that. I can't play a Giant, so that might count this. Nope. Do I want to tap this? No, I don't, because if I do, then I'm in range of dying if they can clear this board, that is. I maybe should have played the Timber Watch there, right? Is maybe what I should have done. 2 mana for a Cryptic Serpent. Sure, 4 cards in hand for them. They can't attack here. They can attack there, though. I don't think they have Boomerang. So do we just double block? We get to kill one of them. I think I'm fine with that exchange. Especially when we can play End here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we'll play this. Play this. Like, I don't need to commit. This is the thing that I like about this, right? I'm against Mono Blue Terror. I know that nothing crazy is going to happen. And I now just know that it's like, okay, I will commit nothing really. I'll commit nothingness to the board until you can't win the game. Like, what are they going to do here? Really? Do you know what I mean? Like, do we even attack for 6 now? I feel like we can. We have this, we have this, we have this to chump. Like, we have a food token too, so we're not dying anytime soon. Like, I am fine here just swinging for 6, I think. They'll probably take it. Yep. Deem Inferior. They've got 5 lands. Another land lets him double sleep, but doesn't really do much. Terror. Sure. 4 cards in hand. You again can't really attack. Okay. In 3. Like, I just don't understand how they can win this game. I just know we can't. We just don't have to do anything and we don't lose the game, right? So let's attack for... I could attack with this. 10 trample. Attack with literally both of these. I guess, tap that. Tap that. I think we are just going to attack with both of these. They then have to block, right? And I've still got this and this. And then an end. And then all the random 1/1s that just block the big guys. They have to block here. Yep. What's that? 6? I'll put them at 2. Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's put them at 2. Like, I could just also play Spy. Like, they're now dead to this, right? So I could just do this. Play this. They're going to then counter this. Sure. Then I'll play this. And I just target them. I don't need to target myself. If they're thinking, oh, I'm going to let this resolve because of a counter spell, I just target them. We can then also go 1, 2, 3, 4. If they hard counter this, like, I'm not fussed. Like, they can already play these things for cheap. So I'll just mill them. I can play another one out as well if I wanted to, but I don't feel like I need to. Like, currently this isn't even lethal, right? I now have 2 lethal flyers in the air that they now have to try and double sleep. Or sleep and deem. I just don't see how they're winning this game, yeah. I feel like and this is, to me, is a big pull for the deck. I feel like you've got multiple avenues, both, like, I think Wall Spy struggles with Terror a bit more than they think, because a lot of things line up quite nicely for them. Like, they can sleep, they can do all the interaction with the overgrown battlements, and then they just fall. Where we have all the mana dorks, which means we're not, don't get me wrong, Priest takes the deck to another level, right? And I'm not disputing that. But you get the fact that you get the Mystics and the Findhorns and the things like that just add you mana. They net you mana all the time. Just means that you're not so reliant. And then it's just fodder to block with once you have stabilized. They can only counter so many things. And then you also, on top of that, like Spiders, they have the Oops, I Win button. So, I don't know. My big thing is I feel like Terror is a lot better of a matchup, in my opinion. And I think White Wayne is a lot better of a matchup. I think the big one is the Mono Red decks for us, right? Mono Red is a lot harder than Wall Spy, because all you guys are 1/1s. But I guess essentially it's the same thing. They can only burn so much eventually, right? Is the idea. A lucky 7 again. With a land grant. But we're on the draw too. This could be a I lose from a spell pierce. Nope, they have a ponder. So we're just going to go land grant mystic. Seems pretty good to me. We can then follow this up with Quirion. All are fine options, right? Tap that one, tap that, play that, yeah. We can also, they have a good shot. Okay. So we'll just generous end here, play mystic. We want to keep hitting our land drops. We don't want to be stuck on 1, even if they are going to counterspell this. I do want to keep the Elf of Deep Shadow because I do want black mana available to me. They let this resolve. They might be able to get out from under us with the gut shots, but I would like to think. They did nothing with their mana. They did nothing with their mana last turn. Really intrigues me. Do I care about this? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I'll just put it on the bottom. Have a land? Sure. So we're gonna go Quirion. Untap this, return this. Do we play Priest or do we play Elf? No, I think we play Priest. If they have a Force Spike, they have a Force Spike. Like, they could have another gut shot, right? They didn't shuffle. They've only seen an extra card. 3, 4, 5. But I guess they do then have access to Terrors. So at that point, we kind of need... You gonna play another? 2? Sure. 2 cards in hand. Sagu. Am I playing this? Play that, play that. I think I'm playing this, right? I don't think I'm getting a land out my deck. I think I'm playing this, because they know about it. Tap this for 4. Untap, bounce, play land, tap this for 9. We're going to play this, and we're on 23, and a lot of elf. But the more important thing is this is on 6, right? Take 12 down to 11 here. Don't impact any elf counts or all like that. We've got 3 cards in hand. 6, 12, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think I just go cast Sagu. That means these aren't a hit. And then I attack, pump, and then untap. Right, and I untap the Timberwatch, and then carry on my day. I don't double pump because it's not lethal, right? But more importantly, each one is killing a guy, so pretty easy enough. They do on a ponder. So they've got 1 unknown and a ponder. The only other bonus about double pumping, right, is that if they have a Deem, they shuffle their library though. Can't be blocked. That's only 12. Can't be blocked, sure. That's quite interesting that this Sagu top deck is what won me the game then, by the looks of this. Because they won't have another, right? If they have another Artful Dodge here. That's really interesting. Yeah, they have a land. So we block here, and we pump here. Wait, what? Oh, cancel. Oh, we're in blocks. Sorry. I think we untap this as well. Might as well. Yeah. Take 12, that too. That was incredibly lucky. That was incredibly lucky. Yeah, kudos to our opponent. They definitely managed it in a way that was closer than I expected. But yeah, pretty impressive. See you guys for round number 3. We are back again. Again, another one-lander. Which is, I say a one-lander as in, like, usually you would put that as a net negative. Is this tribe? Oh, it's White Weenie. Oh my god, we ripped a land. Yeah, White Weanie's interesting, right? Because we have the elf backup plan, which sort of helps. Mass Vandal's a weird one. It's either useless or actually reasonable, depending on Skyfisher bouncer land or bouncer Lunak. Okay. Yeah, so it's actually useful or useless. It completely and utterly depends on their list. Specifically. So we'll play Aquarian. We want to pull both lands out of our deck? I think so, right? Play land, play Sylvan Ranger. Sylvan Ranger gets Swamp here. Sagu gets... Do we want to... 1 land if you include the... Which we actually can't cast next turn, interestingly enough. There is a pro and con to obviously holding it. You get a surprise factor for sure, but obviously if you end up searching for multiple lands in a turn, you can't do anything. Snow Cover Plains. Play the Lunak Veteran. Skyfish number 2. Yeah. Bounce it. We kind of want to, yeah, I was going to say, we kind of want a Priest. 1, 2, so I just want to play Forest, play Priest, and so I just pass the turn. I don't want to use Quirion, because I want to keep making land drops. I want to get my land drops out of my hand. They are likely to Thrave enchant this though. Chocobo. Obviously, we can Mass Vandal this. They have Journeys, they have Chocobo. Some do, some don't, all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty interesting. They don't attack. I'm assuming they skip past their attack. We drew another land, huh? Let's... 1, 2. Let's wind away for creature. We hit Quirion Timberwatch. 1, 2, 3, 4. We hit Dread Return in the bin. I'm sorry guys, I accidentally pressed the pause and I didn't realise. I sneezed and I paused and I forgot to put it back on. But yeah, essentially what happened is we played this and this last turn, and then they attacked. So we're now sat here in, and what we're gonna do here, I think, is we're gonna attack with Giant, we're gonna attack with Sylvan Ranger, and we're gonna attack with probably the Quirion, right? So let's do that. We block here, which is actually pretty good. With the pump here. Okay, let this resolve. We then untap this and bounce this. We have another Quirion, so if they have a Thrave and Charming doing response. Do we go again? Over lethal? Yeah, I think so, right? I think this is lethal, right? 6, 12, 18, 19. Oh, have I miscounted? It's 20. But they strands for... this is rather awkward. Strands for green. This is rather awkward. Because the problem is, right, I don't have a creature in the graveyard for this. I now can't untap anything either. That was a mistake on my part. I've miscounted this. I thought this was lethal for they were gaining life. How can I've got a Dread Return in the bin, so I can tap this. I can't cast my Dread Return either, because I don't have a creature. This is just so annoying. The fact that this is, I've got nothing to kill this enchantment is slightly annoying. Yeah, and I've just set myself back by double. And I expected a prism, but a prismatic strands. But I forgot, like, obviously. Yeah, that was just bad by me. I should have just attacked with this and this, and then left it. Pump once, left it. I committed too hard. Like, I actually think this might, like, they've got a lot of things that play quite nicely for us. But it works out quite differently when in practice. I'm taking 7 here. 4 mana. Now they've just got a bunch of untapped flyers, and now we have nothing. I'm now going to have to spy themselves, sorry. Yeah, I'm too far behind here. I'm way too far behind. There's too much in the air, and I only can activate once now. So what do we have to do here? We go 7, 8 creatures, 16. Then we go attack, make them do that, and then we balustrade spy them. Is that literally our game plan here? Tap this. Means I can't. I guess I could tap that and tap it. then I don't get double untapped. Yeah, so let's play Priest here. We're going to attack with this, the same again. We're now committed to attacking the same again. Let's hit this, and this. Block that again. Sure. 7. Come on. Strands. Strands. Go on. Don't take 16, just strands. No, I die, right? I guess I'm 5, so maybe not. What I have to do... No, I die. I do die. Because if I spy myself... Oh, if I spy myself, I've already pulled the lands out of the deck. Did I misplay with taking the land grant as well? Because I could cast the land grant. So I don't... this deck is really not rewarding. Yeah. I can force them to do it, but I just think I just die here. I don't actually think I need to board anything. That's the strange thing. I can board in Mezfiends. I can board in Macabres. I just don't know how much I want to. Maybe I board in 2 Macabres. The reason I'm talking about Macabres as well is you can exile the Prismatic Strands. Maybe I want Mezfiends over it though. Maybe Hydra's a bit of a like... No, Hydra... I think I'm just going to bring in 2 Mezfiends. I just think the Mass Vandals are pretty dead. They only hit Chocobo. Yeah, I think the big pull, like White Weenie, is actually a reasonable matchup, right? I do think that. I just think it's a very difficult one to navigate. It's like pretty hard. Like you have to navigate it very well. Because they have a lot of interaction points. I think Spy Elves has a good matchup against White Weenie. I don't think Spy Walls has a good matchup against White Weenie. Because it doesn't have the tools, I don't think. So we can't keep this hand, we want all lands. We mulligan this. We can keep this, and we will keep this. We want to bottom... It's either a Deep Shadow or a Windhammer. I guess it's... Could be a Windhammer. Yeah, I'm fine with the Windhammer, I think. And then we just play Findhorn here. And then we're going to Sylvan Ranger for a 1-drop and play a Deep Shadow. Very reliant on his Windhammer doing well, which is a bit why I was reluctant to put the other one back. We're going to get a Forest. 2 lands out of our deck, 3 lands left. Attacking? Yes. Got Skyfisher? Nothing. Sagu is a reasonable draw. We get to Sagu here, shuffle back in, get the Swamp. Get the Swamp because you kind of don't want to mill it. You also don't really want... it's a lot harder to get as well. We hit lead, so we'll just play... We do lose one off the Deep Shadow, but I think that's fine. We'll play Priest here. If they Thraben Charm, that's fine. We're not attacking. We're not blocking with it, so we're attacking with it. This is what I mean. They're like sort of like... Do they play stuff or do they hold up interaction? It's like, well, what are they doing? Another spy, huh? So what are we doing? We're going to play Findhorn and then a Timberwatch. So we'll pass here. So we have 2 black sources. If they do tap out next turn, we get into a position where we could double spy. They don't know what's in our hand, so they don't know we have so many spies. Thraben Charm this. No, they're going to call Skyfisher. Either bounce a land or bounce an Inspector. They bounce an Inspector. They buff this, sure. Okay, I'm assuming they're holding up 2 mana here. I'm going to attack you. Are you going to block it? I'm going to Thraben Charm this. Do I spy myself? No, I don't think so. There's a chance we lose that game, right, if they're holding Thraben Charm up. Destroy evil, huh? If that means they want to hit for 3, let them go nuts. There's another one or another one. Then they're going to bounce the Idyllic Range, play the Idyllic Range, make that a 3-4, or they're going to make that a 4-5. They make that. I guess at least it stops Sagu, right, is the idea. 1 for the Novice Inspector that bounced, sure. Hold up 2 mana. Attack for 3. Okay. Mezfiend, huh? I think I'm fine leading on Mezfiend, see what they're working with. They could have double Thraben Charm, right? And if they do, it's pretty awkward. They don't even have Thraben Charm. So we just get rid of this Strands. We can't win though, right? Because we don't have another black source. But with... So we have what? Bugler? Land. Bugler. Goodbye, Mr. Novice Inspector. I don't think I need to pray, right? I think I just wait a turn. They draw a card. So they're 4 cards, they're 3 planes and a Bugler. Play one of the lands. Problem is they could have just drew a Thraben Charm, right? Kind of the problem. Holy Light, huh? Eek, indeed. Again, did I get too aggressive with this? Maybe. I get too aggressive with the Timberwatch. Maybe after that I did. That's interesting. Maybe that's super interesting, right? Because maybe I did get too aggressive with the Timberwatch because there I could have kept, what, the Priest alive? Or even the Deep Hours, one or the other. Deep Shadow, sorry, not Deep Hours. So they have Prismatic Strands, Plains, 2 Unknowns. Gonna swing for 6. I do think this matchup is actually pretty positive for us, but it looks like we're gonna lose. Quirion's actually not the worst. So we play the Quirion. Do we target this and untap it? I mean, we might as well, right? Untap. Bounce. And we probably spy ourselves. The only problem is if we spy ourselves, like, so say if it's like the bottom 4 cards, we give ourselves 4 draws. Let's just mill them. Even though it is awkward, they could hit land. Okay. But now they can't attack. That's the important part. They can't attack very well. Do we attack for 4? I feel like we do. We can double activate as well. So we can protect the Quirion and then protect. We have Plains, Core Skyfisher bounce a Bugler. Oh, they're going to bounce a Grange. Looks like they're going to bounce a Grange. Play the Grange. Count on one of these. This gets +3, so this would make this a 5/6. Oh, they're making an army of 3/4s? Sure. I guess we... 2, 4, 6, 8. It's awkward, right? Because if they have a Thraben Charm, then this whole, like, the Guardian's Pledge here. The Prismatic Strands, 4 black. Okay. They play a Nyxborn Hydra. That's a 3/4 then. Yeah, let's just cast this as a 3/4. Seems pretty good. And then we don't need to do any attacks this turn. We just have 2 3/4s. Do we die, actually? Yeah, we do, actually, right? Because we got block because of the Prismatic Strands on black. Kept one alive. Ah, no! So, what was I supposed to do there? I couldn't do anything, right? I couldn't Balustrade Spy into Nyxborn for 1 because I had already bounced my land. Yeah, Holy Light was tough, I think. But this is the thing, though. The deck is really hard to pilot, and these micro decisions end up mattering. Like, I actually think the attack with this Timberwatch, the Sylvan, and then block, and then pump, is what has cost me the game. I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to commit that. And Holy Light was not a card I was considering. So then, because of that, I lost it. Like, if I literally just kept a Priest of Titania alive or a Deep Shadows, I'm not in an awful position right now, right? I would have a giant Nyxborn. I don't know. I'd have more elves in play. This would be on 4, that's for sure. That's pretty tough. That is a really tough one. Tough one to lose, for sure. See you guys for the next one. Welcome back. 1 and 2, which is generally surprising. In all seriousness, I'm only at 2 other... Oh, they're on blue-black duo. I'm only on 2 3/2s with this deck. I know that sounds like pretty nuts to say, like, out of how many times I've played this. Like, I haven't been tracking, but I don't remember doing many bad results, if at all. So we drew the 4. Let's play a Priest, and then let's play a... I could have played Timberwatch there, but they're most likely on blue-black, so they're not really going to do too much. They're holding up a Abjure here. Lead, huh? So let's start a Timberwatch, just because I think that's the one that's going to get abjured. That didn't either. Let's query in this. Let's play this. Let's tap for a bunch. Does this get abjured? Double Giant. Double Giant. I think I take 1, and then I put this one on the bottom. Not that it really matters, but in case I draw Spell Bomb, huh? Okay. And then the Bog Me. That's fine, but then that means I've got this Timberwatch to do with. 2, 3, 4, 5. So what do we do here? Let's see what to do. Yes, let's get a forest. 1 land left in the deck. And then let's go crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Do you have a cast out? Nope. Sometimes you just got it. So we want these. I don't think we want anything else. What do we want to cut? If anything. Like, we have to cut something, right? We cut land. I'm going to try cutting a land. And then I'm going to try... If that's the case, maybe Nyxborn's just not the card that we need. Maybe we need something else. Maybe like Troll of Khazad-dûm. Troll get that 1 black source. But other than that, it's a bomb. I don't know. Maybe. Sagu, huh? Let's cast by revealing our hand. There's no point in holding this other one because they know about it. So let's cast this by revealing our hand. 1 forest left. We'll play a Mystic. And then we'll go Elf, Sagu. Do nothing. 1 land, huh? No, on turn. No, wait, we're on turn 2. Wait, what? No, they're on turn 2. Played top land, didn't play land. Is that the last land? Yeah, we drew the land. I didn't even realize. I'm so, like, focused on other things that I'm like, I didn't even realize that we drew the last land. Blue, 1, 2, 2. They can't cast. Play this. Let's cast. Do we cast this or do we cast end? No point in attacking for 1 when they have 2 or 3s, is there? Let's be real. Let's be real here. We'll keep the Ent as well in case we draw a Mass Vandal. Because I would love to Mass Vandal the absolute off that 1 land. Let's attack. 9 for 3. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves us with 2 mana left over. So I think I just go Ent here. That seems fine. It's a bit awkward if we do draw the Mass Vandal next turn, but they're going to abjure it anyways, right? Sure. It's kind of the same. Means we can also start getting with damage, right? With the 2 elves. Oh, they got a land. Blue. Darkcast. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do we want? Mass Vandal? 4. So we're gonna go lead. Hit that 1 of Mass Vandal. Let's go. The only card we hit. 1, 2. Mass Vandal the Ent on the black source. Let's go. This is also just a blue land. It's not a... What's the word? It's not a blue-red land as such. It's literally just a land for... Because they play Kenku, right? It's not Grixis. A lot left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's cast this. Gaining 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I need to play this, right? Take 6. Not even close. See you guys for the next one, the 5th and final round. See if we can 3-2. 5th and final round. Let's go. Can't keep no lander. So we keep this. We go. We bottom the Dread Return. I'm actually starting to think that 4 lands might be right. It also means we just get to fit everything in, right? That's the crazy thing. Dross Forge Bridge. Let's play Generous End. Forest. 2 forests left in our deck, which are basically these. Got 1 swamp. And then let's see what they do. We could try and go for this next turn. They're going to Jund Wildfire, is that? We could try and go for this next turn with one land. I don't normally like going for the aggressive player like this, but screw it. Let's go for it. See if we can high roll. Because we have 2 of each, I'm like not that worried, right? As long as it's just not like the top card. We hit a lot of stuff, but no Dread Return, which actually makes, no, it's not on the bottom. We die with Spell Bomb. So there's a giant. I wonder if they've got a, they know about the Balustrade Spy and the land. They know our cards in hand. They might actually just kill the Elf of the Deep Hours and then we can't win. Command Bridge, what the hell? Now to have a swamp, we need an Elves of the Deep Hours to get us going. Like, it's not out the water, right? But it's not free. There's the Dread Return. So we can kill next turn. They need to answer this. They need to keep basically 3 creatures off the board. We can cast this Sagu. Command Bridge is interesting. I don't know how much I like it in Jund Wildfire, though. Do you have a removal spell here? I maybe shouldn't. No, I did. I need to play it because of the Wilding Light. Maybe that was a bit aggressive. I don't know. We just needed one giant, one lot. I don't know. Lembus. They're going to try and dig. Cast this bad boy. Do I have any responses? Black, white. Cast down that. Sure. So we've still got another elf. And that's a reason why I cast the more expensive one. Because there's a chance that we literally just draw another cheap elf. And then they have to then have more answers. Obviously, this folds straight up to a Spell Bomb, right? 3 mana? Nope. Nope. None of those manners. None of those manners. Blood Fountain Pass. They've definitely got a Dread Return. Literally the worst 2 draws. Like, we got the second half of this stuff. So let's swing for 3. Do we think they've got a... Surely they would let us do this last turn if they had a pulse. Seems like an odd thing to cast down the guy and then have the pulse. I don't get this play. I don't understand. They have it all though. They had this, and this. You know. But it probably is just aggressive for us to do what we did. They now think they're safe, so they're going to start casting the big dumb creatures. I must admit, Jesus Christ, I hate this deck. This deck is incredibly boring. Let's exile something. So, 1, 2, 3, where's it at? Elves of Deep Shadow 1, Elves of Deep Shadow 2, Elves of Deep Shadow 3. So we actually have no black sources left in our deck. We can't cast any of this. We literally have to go, I probably should have checked that first, right? Because I wouldn't have played this Mass Vandal. Because we have to just keep drawing, try and find elves, and discard this and discard this. That's what we have to do. Or why they don't gain life. Yeah, I'm not going to make them suffer. I'm not going to go through this again. Can't be bothered. So this and the Mass Vandals is what we want. We don't want the Hydras. That's 2. Like, I feel like that's what I mean. I feel like I'm cutting the Hydras a lot. Mystic. We can keep his hand. So the reason we went up on lands as well is not only so we can cast our but we don't generally go as aggressive as I did there, like obviously in game 1, but we generally want to what's the word I'm trying to look for? We want to like have all our lands out and then use the 6 lands to do like so we can then win on an empty board through Crackland, etc. So let's cast Sagu. I have a forest to go. That's a bit weird. We're gonna get a swamp and then we're gonna play a priest. Do I get a forest here? In case I kill the priest. Command Bridge tapped. Dread Returns a pretty bad draw. Let's Sylvan Ranger. Get a forest. Got Winding Way first. I don't know. I don't think so. Got Winding Way here. Yeah, it's Winding Way. We could hit a land here, which I kind of don't want to do. We didn't. We just drew 4 cards. Okay. That works. Then you're going to play a tap land. Well, technically they did play a tap land. So I don't want to commit too much. Oh, drew the echo. So bad. You don't want to commit too much. But you want to commit enough that they sort of have to look at doing stuff. Let's swing for 4. Swing for 3. Sorry, we obviously just played that. Silly. If they have an untapped land here, they get to go Writhing Chrysalis. Maybe we should have committed a Finhorn. Not a Finhorn, a Priest. But it's a bit awkward if they just have Crackland, right? Crackland plus an artifact. We lose both Priests. It's a real weird one, right? Because we've drew more... Okay. We've drew more parts than a Wildfire. Like, we've always drew more Dread Returns and such like that in these games with having 2 in, which makes sense, obviously, because you've got double the amount of cards. We've had a couple of times where we could combo off still because of it, but it just feels so bad. Oh, so we could get 4 lands out. Do we? Forest, so there's 2 lands left in our deck. Then we just Mass Vandal this land. Like, I don't hate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I hit for 3 again. No, I don't want to play the Acorn Harvest just yet, actually. They have 5 cards in hand. Toxin? Sure. And then they get a Fanatic Claw from this. Quirion, huh? So let's play a Priest. We need more land searches, though. Quirion. We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. Oh, spy. They know we have one spy. They don't know the other two cards. There's a spell bomb. Refurb. Refurb's an awkward. Refurb's a really awkward one, right? I think I have to... And the reason that is the Acorn Harvest's really good against Crackland Shaman. And that's a good start, right? The Stampede is a really good start. Masked Vandal on... that's slightly annoying. The thing that's slightly annoying is the land and the Dread Return, right? But we could shuffle anyway. So I've got 4 cards in hand. I'm just trying to think, like, how much do I need to go for stuff right now? So I could Dread Return, have 3 or even 4, or search for a land, potentially. Trying to think, what do I do? I can Dread Return a Sylvan Ranger, is what I'm thinking. That gets me the Swamp out my deck, and I lose these 3. But then I play Priest, Vandal. I think I'm sort of okay with that, right? It gets us closer to winning. So if I go this, and this, and then play a Priest. I guess I just play a Priest, and then you leave this one, and I hit these 3. Dread Return Sylvan Ranger, see if they let this resolve. Which is interesting, right? Because if we actually didn't board in the other land, we could go off. I'm surprised they actually let this resolve. So we get the Swamp, then we're going to Masked Vandal, and we're going to Masked Vandal the Spell Bomb. And then once the Spell Bomb's gone, we will cast the... Acorn Harvest? No, do we cast the Acorn Harvest? We'll probably leave it, right? They've got 4 cards in hand. I'm conscious of Crackland, which they can actually cast because it's a Crackland. So if they have a land, they can Crackland, right? Just literally Blood Fountain Crackland, sack something. Kill our board, making it more likely they get a land. Just need untap land as well. Another annoying thing is we've had to use a Dread Return. Dread Return got lost in the mix of it, so we die to a Pulse as well. If we're gonna try and spy them, we die to a Pulse. Get rid of the Acorn Harvest. I haven't found a land though. Another lead, huh? So I think I'm gonna start by casting this just so it's out the way. I don't want to get it caught up in the crossfire. Let's tap this. Let's cast. We want to be at the point now where we're drawing like 4 or 5 cards, but we're just not. Right now we have an awkward choice of like, are we going to cast this big end? Or like, that's a bad whiff. That is an awful whiff. Let's play this, untap this, cast this. And if they want to double block, that's fine. We've had I don't really know how to describe it, but basically it's not going awfully. How do I describe it? It's not going awfully right, but we're petering on the edge, and we've had really awkward draws. Like we found the Dread Return and the Acorn Harvest, all cards that we don't want to see. We've survived a Crackland Shaman at the moment, but they get to play another one. We do get a 5/7 out of the exchange here though. Let's see how deep they want to go. Then I just hold it. Oh, okay. Just like, I don't hate this, right? I sort of hate that. This is a land drop, but it's also 5/7. I sort of want to be casting. Double block, huh? Kill one. Take 5. Do I Balustrade Spy? I don't hate it, you know. I don't think I Balustrade Spy myself. I think I Balustrade Spy them. We're going down a very simple game plan. And the plan is a bunch of cards, clearly. I have Galv Blast in the deck. And we're just casting bombs. Force them to have an answer. Is sort of the idea, right? They clearly don't have another Crackland unless they've drew it. Have a rat. So we attack for 5, they can kill this. We trade it with a Writhing Chrysalis. Like, we're a land away from casting this, but we could also just pull the land out of our deck if we really wanted to. Are they going to double block? They're in a tough spot. Oh no, I don't have a... Yeah, maybe I was a bit aggressive again. Like, the choice of... Where's it gone? The first Masked Vandal on their land was very aggressive. Maybe I don't need to do that. And that's also an interesting play right now. They have a lot of mana. Like, why not just blow up a land? The chances for us that it's literally blow up this land, and we're dead. We have 2 black sources. They've seen 1 game 1. I think this is all ogre. I think this is over. That's a way of getting a land out, which is fine. This puts us at 2 creatures, which makes it a 4/5. So we get the last land out. We play the last land. We got 3 cards. They can... Do they have a refurb in them? And they do. Yeah, we're just lost here, right? Bring back a... Refurb, take the card out of our hand. This is wrong. I actually lose Stone Cold Misplay. We don't have a Quirion, so it's not like getting countered, but it doesn't matter. We can just target a Swamps. Like, I don't understand this. Writhing Chrysalis number 2. This is now a 6/7. I'm gonna swing for 6. Going on. Are you gonna make it a 6/7? Or are you gonna use the mana? Yeah, I don't think they played that turn very well. Personally, doesn't really work quite well when there's a Crackland Shaman in the bin. Maybe I'm supposed to cut Timber Watches instead of Nick Spawns in this matchup. It's a hard one. Like, it's hard to figure out how to sideboard, right? And I don't think these matchups are awful. They're just very draw and decision dependent, which I find really intriguing about this deck. This deck, you make one small play, that's a mistake, and you just lose the game, right? Incredibly true about most things. But this deck is pretty hard to play, I find. Another Writhing. 12, so that puts this at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Makes it too big for us to block with a Generous End and a Timber Watch. This is what it does. Oh, it's an 8, 9. I could have blocked it and pumped, actually. This is a false sense of security, right? This is just making us go through the motions. We're definitely dead. Interestingly enough, if we didn't have... let's go for it. We're dead, right? We're getting buried by Riven Chrysalids, so if they've got a pulse... if they've got a pulse, we just die. Pulsers... wait, what? What? I mean, I'll take the oops, I win button, that is for sure. I'm lost for words there. I really am. I don't think I changed anything. Okay, I'll stick to the original plan. 3, 4... like, this hand's slow, right? But it has Generous and Mass Vandal. I think it's worth keeping, right? I just think also that was incorrect from them. We found the second swamp. They seen 5 lands last game. I think it was safe to assume that we were on 5 lands again. They definitely should have. No, because it's fine, right? Because if they kill this, then we still have Mass Vandal on 2. Command Bridge, this. And then we gotta blow up their land. Get Forest. Play Forest. And the reason we did it that way is just so they have less information. You got this. Goodbye. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 lands left. You have another land? You do. What are we playing? Priest? Or are we playing Timberwatch? Kind of feeling Timberwatch, you know? Timberwatch seems like a better thing to line up. They have to kill it sort of thing. If they're killing it now, then not sacking their land. If they kill it in their turn, they're not really doing anything. You know, black land. And then I'd rather them have a kill spell for the Timberwatch than the Priest. We can also play Lead plus Priest. The Priest, the Timberwatch sort of keeps stuff alive. They don't have any artifacts right now. They're going to play an artifact. Boxing, there's an artifact. Sagu, huh? So let's cast Rooseek, get a swamp. We have 1 forest left in our deck. Priest. We win now? I think we win, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. They need Fairy Macabre. This is our window. Acorn, Dread Return. Sack this, sack this. And that's why we have the second swamp, and that's why we have the Acorn Harvest. Like, if you don't draw them, you don't get the awkwardness. Straight up counter. And I don't know where to go. My 2 thoughts are... we didn't invest red, so that's irrelevant, right? My 2 thoughts are we can go down a land. These are the flex slots, right? Nyxborn and a forest, I think, are the 3 flex slots. I really did enjoy 2 of each, Dread Return and Giant. But what do we cut for Nyxborn and forest, if that's what we want to do? I don't know. It's an awkward one. I'll give it another thought. Like, please let me know, like, what you think. Yeah, I'm really intrigued because I'm really conscious of that. Like, I really want to test this deck out more. And yeah, I think it's close. It is super close. The more I think about it, the more I do think the Deep Shadows necessary, fantastic. I could see going down to 4 lands with a 5th land in the board and going up to another Findhorn. Like, I feel like that's fine. I don't hate that. With 2 Mass Vandals. Like, I really don't hate that at all. Because then you still got the Mana Dogs, you still got the Mana that side. No, that's fine. I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't really been like an entertaining content creator this video. I feel like I'm so deep in the tanker trying to make this work that I'm driving myself insane. Like, don't worry, like, I think this is probably the worst result I've done in a long time. Like, most of my videos with this deck and also when I'm like playing it off stream, like off recording, like the 4-1s, I think I've had 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, then this 3, 2, and then the rest were 4-1s and then 1, 5, 0. Please let me know, like, I need help, I really do. I did like double Giant, double Dread Return, like that was a big thing there, and it's even better if I only have 4 lands. Let me know what you think in the comments, obviously, great way to help. Please, help me break this deck even more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and of course, do not forget to do something, even though I've already said like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Wow, I'm sorry. I will do better next time.